All right, let's dive into Six Sigma.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered how companies like Amazon just nail it every
All
time?
right.
Or how hospitals streamline things, to save lives?
Yeah.
That's Six Sigma, and we're going to break it all down today.
Yeah, it's about understanding, I think, how to make things work better, smoother, with far fewer hiccups.
I like that.
So, I mean, think about it like this.
I see.
Six Sigma aims to make processes so near perfect that only 3.4 defects are found in every million.
Wow.
That's like finding a needle in a haystack times 1,000.
Okay, so we're talking serious precision here.
Yes.
But before we get lost to how precise this is,
Yeah.
let's rewind a bit. Where did this all begin?
So picture the 1980s Motorola.
Okay.
They're facing some major quality control issues.
Right.
And along comes this engineer, Bill Smith. He's got this game-changing idea.
Yeah.
And this becomes what we now know as Six Sigma.
So is it all about crunching numbers and data? Is that why they call it Six Sigma? Because of that bell curve?
Visualize a bell curve, right?
Okay.
Imagine, trying to improve your mile time.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of your runs, they're going to cluster around your average.
Right.
Forming the peak of the curve, right?
Right, right.
The further you get from that average, those times, they become outliers.
Like that one time a squirrel chased me and I got my personal best. Total outlier.
Exactly, exactly. With Six Sigma, the goal is to make the center of your bell curve,
Okay.
which is your ideal time or a perfect product, at least 6 standard deviations away from any defects,
Wow.
shrinking that margin of error to almost zero.
So fewer defects, faster mile times, and maybe even fewer squirrel encounters.
Maybe, yeah.
But let's get down to it. What are the big ideas?
So at the core, Six Sigma hinges on 5 key principles. Customer focus, data-driven decisions, striving for perfection, managing by fact, and continuous improvement.
Okay, break that down for me. So focusing on the customer, that makes sense. You got to know what they want if you're going to deliver.
It's like building a house.
Okay.
You start with a solid foundation. In this case, the customer.
Okay, so understanding those needs, that dictates how you use data.
Exactly. And by constantly refining and optimizing,
That's the continuous improvement part.
yeah, you move closer to that Six Sigma goal. Minimal defects, maximum customer satisfaction.
So like Amazon.
Exactly. They've used Six Sigma to make their deliveries crazy fast.
It's true. It's true.
They're laser focused on what the customer wants, speed and reliability. And they use data to tweak their system.
Now, that's a real world example.
Right.
They took those principles and just boom.
They did. And they're not alone. From healthcare to manufacturing, companies across industries are using this framework.
Okay. So we've got the why, but what about the how? How do companies actually use this?
It's more practical than you think.
Okay, good.
To make Six Sigma happen, companies use specific methodologies.
Okay.
The 2 most common are DMAIC and DMADV.
DMAIC, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
That's about improving existing processes, right?
Exactly. DMAC. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It's a roadmap to refine and optimize those processes that aren't quite there yet.
So if a company wanted to, I don't know, reduce errors on their production line, they'd use this.
Exactly. Let's say a company is making those new phones,
Okay, yeah,
and those phones keep getting scratched.
right.
Using DMAIC, first they define the problem, the what, where, when, and how much of those scratches.
Makes sense.
Then they would measure it, how many screens, where in the line, the cost. This stage is all about data.
Gotcha. So no jumping to conclusions, hard numbers first.
Exactly. Once you have all that good data,
Uh-huh.
then you move into analyze.
Okay.
This is where you really dig deep,
Right.
unearth that root cause.
Is it a machine? Is it a person? Is it a process?
Oh, yeah. Is it a rogue machine part,
Right.
a handling issue? Think of it like detective work,
I like that.
analyzing the clues
Okay.
to find the culprit.
Love it. Data detectives. Okay, so you cracked the case, you found the root cause. What's next?
That's where improve comes in.
Oh, okay.
So now that you know the why,
Yeah.
you can brainstorm solutions
Yeah.
and implement them.
Okay.
Maybe it's redesigning the process, retraining employees, investing in some new equipment.
Right. So then control, the last part, that's all about making those improvements stick.
Exactly. It's about making those improvements the new normal, creating systems to monitor the process,
Right.
setting standards, tracking performance.
Gotcha. So DMAIC, that's fine-tuning what you've already got.
Right.
But what if you're starting from scratch?
Ah, yes.
like a brand new product or service.
Then it's DMADD time.
Okay.
Define, measure, analyze, design, and verify.
So you're preventing problems
Yes.
instead of fixing them later.
Imagine, let's say you're a tech company.
Right.
You're developing a new wearable device, right?
Okay, yeah.
You would use DMADV to make sure the design, the manufacturing, even the user experience are all optimized for quality from day one.
From day one. I like it. Okay, this is making a lot of sense now. It's like Six Sigma has, a tool for everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of tools, you mentioned that there's a whole, arsenal of techniques and tools that go along with all of this.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of
That's
those?
what, like a detective's toolkit, right?
Yeah.
There's a tool for every investigative need. So you've got brainstorming sessions,
Yeah.
but laser focused on data
Right.
and customer insights.
Okay.
Then there's root cause analysis, often using the 5 whys technique.
Oh, yeah. It's like when your internet's not working, you keep asking why
Yeah, exactly.
until you get to the bottom of it.
It's about peeling back the layers, right?
Yeah.
Uncover the root cause.
So important. What else? What other tools?
Well, there's the voice of the customer, VOC.
Okay.
It's exactly what it sounds like, gathering customer feedback
Right.
through surveys, focus groups, reviews, really understanding their needs, their pain points, and then that feedback that guides your improvement efforts.
At the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
Exactly.
Right. Happy customers, happy business.
We have the visual ones too, like the Pareto chart.
Oh, yeah. That one sounds kind of familiar. Remind me about that one. What's the Pareto chart?
Imagine a mountain of customer complaints.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Pareto chart, it helps you categorize those complaints,
Yeah.
and then visually prioritize them based on frequency.
Okay.
So instead of being overwhelmed by a million little issues,
Right.
you can focus on the 20% that are causing 80% of the problems.
Okay. Work smarter, not harder, basically.
Exactly.
What other tools really pack a punch?
The 5S system.
Okay.
This one's all about, a clean, organized, standardized workspace.
Oh, okay.
Think visual management boards,
Uh-huh.
clearly labeled tools, a place for everything and everything in its place.
So not revolutionary, but it makes a difference.
A well-organized workspace means fewer errors,
That's true.
less wasted time, searching for things,
Right.
boost in productivity
And morale.
and morale.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to work in a messy, chaotic space?
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the principles,
Right.
the methodologies like DMAIC, DMADV, and this treasure chest of tools.
Yeah.
Six Sigma it's a pretty incredible framework.
It is.
But what about individuals?
Right.
How does knowing about Six Sigma translate into actual career paths?
I love that question.
So someone listening might be thinking, okay, this is great for, big companies,
Right.
but I'm not exactly building rockets here. So
Yeah.
what's in it for me?
That's the cool part. Six Sigma, it's not just about the certifications. It's a mindset.
Oh, okay.
A way to approach challenges, strive for excellence
I like that.
in any field,
Yeah.
any level.
So you don't need to be a black belt to think like this.
No. Think about those 5 whys.
Yeah.
Next time your project goes sideways
Right.
or you hit a wall at work,
Uh-huh.
try it.
Okay.
Don't just accept the problem. Ask why 5 times.
That's a good point.
You might be surprised
Yeah. Yeah.
what you uncover, and the solutions you find.
Yeah. I'm already thinking of how to use this the next time I get stuck writing.
There you go.
It's like you said, always analyzing, refining.
Yes.
Those principles, they're everywhere.
Exactly. And the best part is you can start using them right now.
Yeah.
Want to eat healthier?
Yeah.
Data. Track your meals.
Mm.
Find what to tweak.
Yeah.
Learning a new language. Set goals. Check your progress. Adjust as you go. Work smarter.
It's true. It's like a life hack almost.
It is.
Eh.
And on top of all that, don't forget the career boost.
Right. Right.
Employers want people who can think critically,
Makes sense.
analyze data, drive improvement. Those Six Sigma certifications,
They're variable.
they are like gold stars, showing you've got the skills.
Right. And we saw that in those salary figures. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Six Sigma black belts can make over 100,000 a year.
That's the average.
Yeah.
High demand, high reward.
Makes sense.
Whether you're starting out or you want to level up,
Yeah.
that Six Sigma knowledge, it opens doors.
This has been, wow, eye-opening.
It has.
I mean, who knew Six Sigma could be so inspiring?
Right.
We went from the beginning, like the history of it,
Yeah.
to unlocking its potential in our own lives.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
It's been a pleasure, as always. And remember,
Yeah.
it's not just about the tools.
Right.
It's about the journey. Learning,
Yeah.
growing.
Striving for excellence.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, on that note of continuous improvement, we're going to wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good.
We just scratched the surface here.
We did.
But hopefully you're, excited to learn more. Yes. And see how to apply it to your own life. Until next time, keep those wheels turning. And remember, even small steps, big results.